Hi guys, how are you? Long time no see. So I just thought I'd give a bit of an update, really, Christmas update, just quickly. It's today is the 25th. It's the 25th morning time, and I just thought, just feeling in a way of doing videos. Um, those of you that speak to me regularly will know that at the end of January I might not be doing them again for good actually. But hopefully things will be okay. Anyway, so what a year it's been. I mean, I can seem to remember waking up this morning last year. It's absolutely flown, it really has, and what a year it's been. I mean, so much things has happened in real life and modelling and in personal life and all that type of thing, sport in particular. As you guys that know, I love my sport, and we'll go through that a bit later, just have a quick mention and stuff. Mottys military models is taken, well, as you can probably see, beforehand in a lot of in fact even my very last video I think I did, all up this wall here was all my stash and behind us, and that is now below us in the garage. It's kept in there now because I'd stopped buying so many kits because it was just getting a bit ridiculous, and but I was running out of space. And I do enjoy, one of the main things of this hobby I do enjoy now is when I come to do another kit or whatever, I like to research it and go through my books and see what books are available. So now, as you can see behind me, I've got a big bookcase full of books, and there's also one just over here. Now, me, myself and Styrene, the thing I do, the video sort of group of videos that I do all on me and modelling, I did a cave walk around. Well, in the new year I will come to doing that again, another new cave walk around, because we're in the cave now and it's all changed. I've got a new work desk. I wanted more space, but I also wanted something where I could do a few better reviews, or even potentially do a couple of build alongs. I mean, life hasn't allowed me to do that yet, but I do want to in the new year. I've got a kit in mind, because those of you that have been with me from the start will know I did a number of videos of the Sal build, it was called, and it was of the M1A1 Abrams, the Ryefield release, and that was with the full interior. Now, I didn't necessarily do it where you're overlooking and me actually building on camera, but I did updates as he went along, and they, according to YouTube, are some of my most popular videos. Now, my favourite tank of all is the M1 Abrams, but the Tusk version with all the armoured glass and all that, I just love it. It's brilliant. Wow, blow me, Ryefield have released a full interior Tusk Abrams. So in the new year I'm hoping to do a build along of that, and I will hopefully be doing bits on camera as well, because if I just move you slightly, if I just move you just up here, just here, all this now is the new rigging I've got, and the camera is now looking down, but I can also, if needs be, put you sort of here and then have the camera on, and I've got a nice big bench now to be able to show what we're doing. So that's one thing for the new year that I'm hoping to do. I've also got a mic, however I've been here for 3 hours now trying to work out and cut out the sounds, and me and technology just really do not go at all. I hate it with a passion. Greg Riley will tell you how many times I've been on messaging him and swearing and whatever else. So that's that. If you do hear me go quiet, it's because we've got a house full of people downstairs, and they've all opened the presents and that now, so we're just having a bit of a, and we've got a 6-year-old nephew, so you may hear him. Anyway, so what else have we got to do? So I've made a bit of a list, because obviously it's the first time in a long time I've done a video, and there is quite a bit, so it might be quite a while that are on here, but who cares. So in a bit I'm going to go onto that camera so we can test it and see what it's like, and I will do some views of what's been on the bench and what's on the bench at the minute. So shout outs, let's get some shout outs out who've sort of done a lot for me this year, and whether it's been just simply watching on or watching the videos, speaking to on Messenger or whatever else. So I need to give a mention to Devon at the AMS. I've been asked by a couple of guys to give them a big shout out. Devon AMS, which is down the south of England. I don't know if they've got a website. I haven't really had a look yet, but you know, they've asked me to give them a shout out. One person in particular I have been speaking to in a class is a very good friend, is Nige Wells. His YouTube channel is My Modelling World in one sort of word. If I think I'll put the link to all these below in the description. Paul Ing, military modeler Paul, that's his YouTube channel. He's just been so kind. He sent me a load of things he sent me this last couple of months, just stuff he didn't use anymore or wanted, and he's bought me a lovely present as well for Christmas, and it's just kindness just blown me away, you know. It's been fantastic. But he's also been there to talk to as well, which has been great. Al from Al Woods Modelling Mayhem, that's is a YouTube channel. Al is a good friend, we chat regularly. Glenn, my good old friend Glenn Hallidan on YouTube, he has bought me my Ultimate Grail kit for Christmas, which I'm blown away. I've got him a kit too, but this is just a massive thank you to you, Glenn. You know, we exchange emails regularly, and it's just such great banter, it really is, and I love it to bits, and I love him. He's such a genuinely lovely guy, and one hell of a YouTube modeler. Sean, I've been watching Sean for a very long time on YouTube, but I haven't sort of commented too much because I've always thought, well, you know, he's got loads of subscribers and he's not going to, you know, speak to me so much, but he's replied and he's been great, and some of his builds are incredible, and that's Primed Model Works, all one word, and that's his YouTube channel. He's just done a B26, and it's one kit I do actually want, and I even want it more now that I've seen him do that. I mean, my talents are nowhere near Sean's with aircraft modelling, but some of the stuff he does is incredible. Greg from Greg's Models, that's his YouTube channel, is Greg's Models. A lovely guy, a brilliant builder, he really is great, and he sets his videos out. They're just so good the way he sets his videos out. He explains bits, that he does an update, and it's just fantastic. And he's really talented. Then we've got GK, good friend of mine from over in Asia, from Scale Modelling Madness. That's his YouTube channel. He's just done the Kitty Hawk new 1/35th scale Black Hawk. Done a fantastic build of that. And my friend Mark O'Neill from Armour Empire, me and Mark, he's now an admin on my Modern Military Models Facebook page. He helps me run that. Very, very talented builder. So there's Mark, and then there's Mark from Bear Hobbies. Mark's had a very, I'd say stressful year really, because he's moved continents. He's gone over to Asia and he's come back, and he's now in Russia, I believe, and but he runs his YouTube channel is Bear Hobbies. Very talented builder, and I know he's done a lot in publishing before for his magazines and stuff, and but he's a very talented builder too. So that's it for Greg Riley, of course. Greg, you've got to say to Greg, big shout out for Greg. He's battled cancer this year and he's done extremely well. We believe he's beaten it, so top marks, Greg. You've been fantastic. I know, great friend too. So Facebook groups, the RDF group build, I know a lot of you know, has been going on. We're now coming into the new year and we've had so many good builds. Again, I'm not really up on technology that well, so I suppose I could if I put my mind to it, but like trying to stick everybody's videos and pictures and builds like the guys do on different group builds. I can't really do that. I mean, I can, but I just generally have not got the time. But we will have more giveaways in the new year if things go okay and stuff, so keep your eyes out that. But that's the Israeli Defence Force group build, which is on Facebook. Sorry, let me just have a swig of coffee. And then of course modern military models, which is another one of mine that we run on Facebook. That's just for anything pre-World War II onwards, you know, anything you want to post and do. We don't tend to have group builds on that, but you know, I'm thinking we might do in the new year. So let's go to the overhead camera. Shall we do that? No, I'll tell you what we'll do first. So as part of being 1,000 subscribers, I have said I would be doing a giveaway. Now I wanted to root out all those people that see giveaway and think, oh, suddenly we're Mottys Military Models best subscriber and all that, which is crap. It won't work with me, and it won't work with a lot of other people. So I know Al Woods has just done a video, and he's not putting his title about that, which is good, and I think that's a great idea. But it was amazing when I put it on mine. You know, all these people that could never be bothered to comment or anything suddenly come out the woodwork and were suddenly my best friend. You know, so there you go. But I want to give away 2 kits. There's one for the aircraft modeler, and there's one for the armour model and car modeler, I suppose. I don't know. If you do win the giveaway and you want a sci-fi kit, then I think I'll go down the Bandai route for a Star Wars kit or something like that. But these are the 2 that I want to give away. So the first one is this for aircraft modelers. Yeah, it's an expensive kit, and yeah, it's a very decent kit too, but that's how much I think of you guys. You know, you've done well and you've supported me ever since, and you stayed with us too. So that's one kit I want to give away. I am actually going to be building this kit, so, and I've been in the instructions and all that on this, so I will not be sending you this kit. I will purchase it brand new and send it to you from wherever you are in the world. So we'll see. So what I shall do is, say you're Australia, I shall try and find a decent shop down there and get it delivered that way from that place, because then it saves on expensive sending stuff, and it's just a nightmare otherwise, and the cost just goes ridiculous because it's an expensive kit as it is. So that's the first one. And for car and armour modelers, with me being British, that's what I'm going to give away for this one. It's the Husky Meng 135th kit. So these are going to be the kits that I give away. So the winner will obviously get a chance to pick either one. So that's that. I won't be doing a runner-up. It's just one or the other, you know. So there you go. So that's the giveaway done. What shall we do? Christmas presents. Let's do Christmas presents. So Christmas presents this year have been fantastic and really, really generous, guys. So the first one I received was this kit. I've been after this kit for a long time. I love half tracks. I mean, I love US half tracks, but I do love German half tracks too. I just think they're great. And these RCM kits are supposed to be fantastic. It's got a full interior, and it's also got the crew with it as well. So I thought that'd be a lovely little build. So that's the first one I've got. That was off Mike from ModArt633. Thank you, Mike. Then I received this off Greg Riley. Thanks, Greg. That's amazing. I'll never built a border kit before. I know they're relatively new. I've had a look through the box and some of the pieces, and it really looks fantastic. Some of the detail on that is great. I think I've got the Meng version of this, so I could possibly do like a training session perhaps, or a firing range or something like that. But yeah, thank you very much. And there was also a few photo etched stencils for airbrushing and that in there. So thanks very much, Greg. That's really good of you. Thank you. And then Pauling from Military Modeler Paul sent me this kit. He actually sent me 2 kits. One was one that he got in his stash already, and that was an AVTVP or something, I think it is. I can't remember the abbreviation of it, but it's Marines. I can't remember the word, but that was, he just sent me that because he had it. But this is my gift for Christmas that he sent me. I've been after this kit for a long time, and I wanted to do possibly a Dio with the AMX, is it 36 or 38 or something like that. I've got the main kit, so I wanted to do some sort of in Angola or something like that, and that's perfect. And Tamiya as well, I just love Tamiya. And then he also sent me through the year this was, and it wasn't necessarily a Christmas present, but I just want to mention it because it's just blown my mind. He sent me 2 airbrushes, and the one in particular I do want to mention is this one, because wow, it's so expensive, but also this is my Grail airbrush. I've always wanted this airbrush and I wanted to save up for it and get it, but he actually sent it me and he wasn't using it anymore, so he's only ever used it once. So thank you ever so much, Paul, that's so good of you. The other one he sent me was an Iwata one, which I shall use for heavy coats and stuff, but thanks ever so much, Paul, that was fantastic of you. And then last but not least, not last but not least, but another one I got was this one. I've been after this for a long time now. This is off Al Woods. Thank you, Al. Just brilliant. It's off one of my wanted lists. I've wanted this since it was released. I have a couple of ideas in mind for this, so thanks very much, Al. That's really good of you. Let's put that on there, eh? And then last but not least was Glenn from Australia. Hallidan has sent me my ultimate all-time Grail kit. He left a little note saying it's so hard to get in Britain, nobody sells it in Britain, which is true. I know, Glenn, it isn't, and that's why I said it was ultimate Grail kit. But this, I had this in my last stash, and it broke my heart when I got rid of it, because it comes with metal barrel, DS tracks, 2 sets of DS tracks. It's got the ones with the weathering on the sides, what are they called again? Oh, yeah, the duck things, whatever they're called. And it comes with 2 different turrets. Literally, you can nearly build 2 kits in this. It comes with 2 sets of figures. You've got the US tank crew, which I built from Dragon before, and also the infantry kit as well. You can do a couple of different versions of the tank. So yeah, thanks ever so much, Glenn. I'm chuffed to bits with all of these. They've been fantastic, but fantastic. Thank you ever so much. So in a way, I've been really spoiled. So what can we do now? So this year, we've had quite a good year in the sport. Sports for me this year, Port Vale, my football team of sport, they've now got Manchester City away in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. The rule book, the odds and ends would say that we're going to get trounced 8 or 9-0, but with a mighty Port Vale, so we'll see. But I still think we're going to get walloped. AJ with the boxing, he comes to fight this little weedy tubby youth, Mexican, American Mexican Ruiz, and you think he's going to wipe the floor with him. Well, blow me, flaming hook from Ruiz, and he's down, his legs wobble and he's gone. AJ's lost. I can't believe it. Anyway, he's just won the title back, all of his titles back, which is good. But what a shock, what an absolute shock that was with Ruiz beating him. But of course now is it going to be Wilder in the new year? Potentially. I know Fury's got him again in the new year, I think. So, exciting stuff to look forward to. My work colleague Becky, she got married and she's now pregnant, so we've got that to look forward to. I entered my very first kit, my very first build into a competition, and I came 3rd in the vignettes, which I was well chuffed. It was the Ernst Bartman, the Panther build. I mean, third to a lot of people would be nothing, but to me it's fantastic. You know, never built these things for competitions or stuff like that. I just wanted to build it for myself and other people to like, you know. But wow, I was well touched, got third place in the vignettes. So yeah, so that's happened this year. Of course, we have a few bads. Of course, AJ losing. My granddad passed away, and we got this Kappa rubbish that keeps happening on YouTube, which everybody's blowing over, you know, which is ridiculous. And of course, one of the worst things for me this year was Cohen, Mike going from YouTube. I mean, I was gutted because he was one of the main channels I watched when I came back into modelling seriously. You know, he did so much for me. So yeah, that was I was devastated by that. So that's one bad thing. Where are we now? So done all those. Right, so people that have stood out for me this year, really, Al Wood, Greg Riley battling so brave, Al Wood with his Matchbot Mondays, Luke Carswell, Luke coming onto the scene with some cracking builds and doing so well, and some of them are fantastic, they really are. I'm not sure if he's had his UMP tattoo done on his bum yet, but I'm sure he's there soon. I'm kidding, Luke. But stunning builds, check Luke out. Ian Polton, UK scale modeller, always been a good friend and always there to help if needs be. Mike Booth from Mod Art 633, great guy, good friend, got very close this year. And James and Cheryl Backham, who James is the manager at E-Models, and Cheryl is his wife, also helps out, but they're both very keen modelers, and I've got very, very close to them this year. So yeah. Future projects. Right, this one's obviously open to change, but one of the main big ones this year, it will be the B17G by HK Models and 148th flavour. Me and Pauling are going to be doing a buddy build on that, so you're very welcome to join us. That kit is going to be a big build, but hopefully that'll be another one that I do build along. I'm hoping to do a German Rockets Dio. I've got the bits from Mini Art, and I've also got the Stuka half track that's going to be on it. I did want to do a Black Hawk Down scene with one of these Kitty Hawk new models, but Black Hawks, but I don't know. The more I hear about them, the more I'm disliking what I'm hearing. So I have got another diary of mine from Black Hawk, which is when they actually were on the ground. So I've got an idea about that. I've got a British modern one I want to do, and also another buddy build with Paul, which is going to be the 148th Airfix Walrus. We're going to want to do that too. So they are possible future builds. And that's about it, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap cameras, and we'll go to this one up here, and we'll see what it's like. It might be total rubbish, but if you can let me know in the comments below and tell me what you think, whether you like it or not, or whether you just think it's rubbish. But this won't be, when I'm showing future builds, this won't be always stuck up here, you know. So it will be here, and it will be at different angles. So okay, guys, see you soon. Bye. Hi, guys. So this is the new camera that I'm going to be using for views, you know, bird's eye views and possibly build alongs. So what we've got on the bench recently will be the biggest one so far. Oops, there we go already. The kit I've been building is this. To be honest, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. I've found I have been slated by a lot of people online that have been saying, you know, it's just you and all this, which I've done enough kits now to realise that if it's me making a balls up, and you know me, I'm very honest, if it is me, I will say it's me. But I have had a couple of fit issues, and I've gone over things doubly, triply, and still the same. So I think I've just had a bit of a bad batch of this kit. I have enjoyed it to an extent, but this is my entry for the RDF group build. So I'm doing a diorama, and this is the first part of the diorama. It isn't finished yet, and this is just from the bird's eye view, so I will show you. And these are just bits that need to be attached. So that's how it's going to be so far. The kit is all done. I just need to put a bit of dust on the tracks and stuff like that. When I come back to the new year and the new year's done, I will start doing proper updates of this, so you will see it at better angles. But I am relatively pleased with it. It's been very difficult to keep going with a mojo, but this is a palm tree that I've done myself. It's okay, it's not great, but it's not terrible neither. I've gone over these, I need to go over the branches again. But yeah, the kit is alright. I've added a few bits, as you can see, to the kit, like the aerials. I need to add the aerials onto each corner of the lower hull. They have aerials on some of them there. I've added bottles onto some of the aerials, and there's a camouflage net in the back. So I will do a proper update of this, but one of the main things I wanted to try in this, I don't know if you'll see, is the crackling on the, when you get dry ground and it's very warm, you do get crackling in places. So I just do want to point that out, that it's actually worked this time. So when I come to do a update, I'll show you properly. Can I show you? Ooh. Let's show you there. If you can see there, that's all the crackling that I've done. And when I do an update, like I say, I'll show you. Let's go back up. What we have been doing as well, these are going to be the figures that are going to be marching on the side, patrolling. It's going to be sort of a, not an exercise, they're going to be at the Gaza Strip, so I'll be able to show you that soon. And I've also got this figure from the Linden that's going to be the tank commander, so I'll show you, do an update on that in the new year, like I've said. Another recent build that I've now finished is this. This was a Fog Models base, and it was that kit. It's in finished markings, and I'm really pleased with it actually. I've tried to just use the oils to weather, and the odd bit of snow just to add, and a bit of grass and mould. It's the first time I've actually tried moss and trying a bit of to get it real, but I don't know, I mean close up it doesn't look great, but that looks okay there. So it's bits and bobs, it's trying here and there, isn't it, you know. So but yeah, it's out of the kit build. It's just had a new Aber grill on the back, because basically the kit one I put into some of the what's it called, the blue liquid, to sort of rust it up, and it literally incinerated it, so that wasn't particularly great. Let me just see, I have actually done on one part, which I was quite pleased with, a little hand mark. I don't know if you can see it, just there. I was quite chuffed with that. It's worked as well, because these were from, there's not that much sort of research material out there to use really, and so I had to sort of use the pictures that came with the kit from a museum, so of course that's not real, and then sort of use a bit of artistic license, but all the weathering with the muds and that is basically done with a brown oil paint. So I'm quite chuffed with that. So that's one that's actually finished this year. Another one I finished this year, I wanted just a mojo boost is quite recently is this one. It's the Tamiya 148 scale 0. It's the first time I've ever done a Japanese aircraft, and I wanted to really chip it up, to be honest. It's not massively chipped compared to some of them, but yeah, it's alright. I'm not an aircraft modeler by any stretch of the imagination, but I just wanted to have a few goes of some different things, you know, and it's the first time I've tried three-tone chipping as well, so I've sort of faded chipping, then I've done metal chipping inside that, and so on, you know, so yeah, it's alright, it's not brilliant. I've used some rigging on the tail for a change, I've not done that before. I usually use fishing wire, but I've used some ammo of MIG rigging, and it's like elastic type stuff, and it seems to have worked okay. Close up, any aircraft modeler will obviously slate it to bits, but I'm fairly happy with it. I'm not dead happy, but it's alright. So yeah, so there's that. Currently on the bench is, let me just get it ready, sorry guys. Currently on the bench is this, the fullback. I've been wanting to build this since I bought it a few months ago. Yeah, I'm disappointed. Now, I know people say that Kitty Hawk are not particularly great, and I thought, well, it's a fairly expensive kit. It's a newish release, so surely it can't be that bad. Well, here's where I am so far. So, as you can probably see, I've had to use filler there, round the front undercarriage bay. The fit of that was absolutely disgraceful on the inside. I mean, even the cheapest of you know, even 70s type models would be better fit than that. The decals on the cockpit are atrocious. They are so thick, even Tamiya's worst decals would be better than them. And again, the fit was not great at all with the little parts. These engine nacelles here, some reason, just don't fit. They're sort of wonky as you put them in. I've shaved them, I've sanded them, I've cut them with a knife, and still, and I've looked at the instructions, and that's how they need to be, wonky. So I just don't get that. These fit nicely, which are the other undercarriage bay, so that fits nicely, but I'm now very worried about the rest of the kit, to be fair. The engines that's supposed to go, that are made to go into here, I wanted to open up one of the, on the upper fuselage, I wanted to open up one of these panels so I could have the engines. Now, they did look at first like they were brilliant, but if you look how bad a fit that is, it's just ludicrous. This is one of the engine ends that's supposed to slide into there. I've actually broken that trying to force it in, so the engines have now gone to pop, so I will not be doing that. Now, I've test fitted this over here, and already it looks like we've got problems of fit with the undercarriage, with the not fitting properly. The machine gun bay I want to leave open. Now that seems okay, but it doesn't look like a machine gun to me at all. So I don't know, I'm just dreading the rest of it. So what I might do is, if worst comes to the worst, I may end up just boxing it back up and then putting it back in the stash for another few years or something. But we'll see how it goes. I hate giving in to anything, I really do. And that is basically it at the minute. What I've got on the bench, apart from the RDF group build that's ongoing. I am hoping to start this in a minute. Now, I can't make my mind up. I'm either going to be doing this kit in the new year. Well, I could even possibly start it this evening. Or this one. Now, I know it's time of year, so of course we know it's going to be okay and work fine, but I just seem to keep building Tamiya kits, and I don't want to necessarily, I want to, you know, try other kits, so I'm not sure, so we'll see. Oh, I'll tell you what else I have built this year, which I was chuffed with, was this, and this got me, I built the Bandai Stormtrooper. This got me hooked on Bandai. Wow. I've got a few more figure kits from Bandai. I've got Darth Vader, of course. I've got R2, I think, or Yoda. Oh no, I've got Yoda. So yeah, it got me hooked. And I've got Boba Fett as well, so I do want to do another one of them. I've also got a couple of the vehicles as well. But each month now I try to add just one Bandai kit to the stash, because they are fairly cheap as well, considering what a lot of kits are nowadays. So yeah, I was chuffed with that. So yeah, that's it guys, really. So all that's left to say, I've had a few books and stuff like that to added to the stash, but there's no point showing you all of those. So yeah, that's it really. So all I want to do is say, hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for all of your support and help this year. Hopefully the new year will bring more videos, more reviews, and a couple of build-alongs. I'm also want to try and build, instead of having every kit I have to do a story with a diorama or a little vignette, I want to go back to building, say, like this kit I want to do in a bit, just build it on its own so it's a standalone model, but then I've also got the opportunity to, if I want to, add it to a diorama or something later date. Then I know hopefully then I shall get through a few more kits and a few more builds to do. I do want to challenge myself on a few more things, techniques and that. One thing I do want to do this new year is Zimmer it. I want to give that a go. I have done it once before, and that was when I was starting out, and I just used, basically, I can't even remember how I did it, but it was crap. So I desperately want to give Zimmer it a go. So I've got a couple of tools that I want to use. So yeah, so hopefully it'll be a good new year, you know, so, and things to do. But we'll see. The end of January will tell, that's all I'm saying. Anyway guys, hope you're all well. Hope you'll have a fantastic Christmas and New Year. Hope you'll have a safe one too. And to all the armed forces out there and emergency services that put the lives on the line every single day to keep us safe. Stay safe out there. And let's get rid of this knife crime in Britain. It's ridiculous. It's immature, it's pathetic, and it's no good for anybody. Let's all come together and let's get rid of it. Anyway guys, enough said. Hope you're well, I hope you all stay safe. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And may the force be with you. Bye guys. Bye.